Yeah. Oh, here we go.
A violent nighttime attack on a young Jewish man in a downtown Nashville parking lot and the assault of a downtown bar employee ended today for a neo-Nazi in a Nashville courtroom. Good evening to you. I'm Carrie Sharp. Today, that neo-Nazi from Canada went before a judge for sentencing for his role in the attack that happened a year ago. His lawyer wanted probation, but the judge had another idea. News Channel 5 investigative reporter Phil Williams is joining us. You have been following these hate groups as they come to Tennessee, including this one. You were in the courtroom today.
That's right, and it was about a 90-minute hearing. And as we've seen before, the neo-Nazi's lawyer argued his client was being singled out for exercising his free speech rights. It was an argument that the judge wasn't buying, sentencing the man to almost 4 years in prison.
All right, we're here on the sentencing hearing of Mr. McCann.
For 30-year-old Canadian Ryan McCann, Judgment Day came. So you have a problem with Jews in general, though?
Yes, I do.
A year after he and other members of the neo-Nazi Goyim Defense League descended upon Nashville, determined to make a scene.
Do you see the 6 in the nose? You see it? There's the 6.
This video, first obtained by News Channel 5 Investigates, shows the night that the group began taunting a young Jewish man in a downtown parking lot. Then suddenly,
Here we go.
McCann attacked and the group joined in.
Don't jump! Don't jump! Don't jump!
Afterwards, McCann and his crew celebrated.
Touch first. Got that spinning elbow on that.
As a result of that incident, McCann was recently convicted of civil rights intimidation. McCann, seen here using his Nazi flag to jab an employee of a downtown bar, recently pleaded guilty to a separate misdemeanor charge for that incident.
To have so many international outlets express interest and write articles about this case, I've never seen that. Not from an assault.
When Steve Hayslip, the director of communications for the DA's office, took the stand to make the argument that the case was high profile and deserved a sentence that would send a message, McCann's lawyer, Olin Baker, pounced.
They manufactured this case. They manufactured all this press coverage.
Judge, if I could respond, if we manufactured the case, then how was it that Mr. McCann was convicted in one and pled guilty in another?
Part of Baker's argument stemmed from what we don't see on the video.
Get over there.
The young man who indicated he had been drinking pulled an AR-15 to fend off the neo-Nazis. Baker tried to get a detective to admit that the victim should have been prosecuted.
I'm not targeting a victim because they pulled a weapon in self-defense or is being pursued by Mr. McCann.
Prosecutor Wesley King.
The amount of chaos that could have happened based on what Mr. McCann was doing is something that, frankly, most of us in here don't even want to think about.
In the case of the downtown bar employee, Baker argued he threw the first punch and he was the one who should have been facing a judge.
And the state is here playing on sympathy. Hey, this guy right here is not likable. I want you to put him in prison.
In the end,
If this was just a First Amendment issue situation, we wouldn't be here.
Judge Steve Dozier said McCann's hateful views were not the issue. It was how his views led him to violate the civil rights of others. So here's how that sentence breaks down. McCann got 3 years for the civil rights intimidation, that nighttime assault on the young Jewish man, plus another 9 months on top of that for the assault with his Nazi flag.
And other members of this neo-Nazi group are still awaiting trial.
Yeah, you've been keeping track.
I have.
As we have mentioned, another person involved in that nighttime assault was recently arrested in Arizona. He's fighting extradition back to Tennessee. Another man is awaiting trial for a completely separate incident at Nashville's Gordon Jewish Community Center.
Sadly, it is a lot of hate to cover right in our hometown.
That's right.
Phil, thank you.